everyone, and welcome to my newest demo for PokeX-mon. Let's hope the stream doesn't get all funky like it did last time. Last time it was having issues where it started lagging out about 15 minutes in, and I didn't even process it, because I'm not smart, you know? I can't play that for too long, otherwise they will drop a copyright. Okay, we need to actually restart that. I clicked the wrong button. Sorry, I got excited. That song is just my nostalgic childhood. I have to get excited. I just woke up, so I am sleepy. My hair is all janky. Not that it's not janky already all the time. Don't go bald, kids. It's not fun. If you do go bald, just shave that shit off. Oh, right. New cinematic background. Hello there, young one. It's okay, there's no need to worry. I'm talking to you telepathically, so it can be just you and I. My name is Professor Charles Xavier. I've been looking for extraordinary individuals such as yourself to come to my school. When you are here at the school, you will be taught how to control your special gift. Oh, you didn't know? You're a mutant, just like myself, and just like all the others you'll encounter at my school. What makes you a mutant? Well, that's a complex question with a very detailed answer, but in a nutshell, there's a specific gene in your DNA that is different from other humans. This specific gene is activated usually around puberty when you encounter a Pokemon that is especially attuned to your abilities. You know what Pokemon are, don't you? These wild creatures are usually very difficult for humans to control, even if they manage to capture them. But you are not like other humans. Now that your mutant genes are activating, you should be able to catch Pokemon that match your ability thing. All of the Pokemon that you've probably been warned to stay away from will now be a potential ally. I think we are diving too far into world building, though. We should be moving on to the more important matters. Most important question, how do you want people to see you? I think I'm a guy. Perfect. Looking good in the new school uniform. Next up to the fun one. Let's hear it. What is your super duper superhero name? Well, we're Gladness. Honestly, I think because this is a demo, we're not fully complete yet. We're going to be a Gleddy P. Gleddy P. Yes. That's gonna annoy the shit out of me. That make me think I have typos. Excuse me. As a new student for the Dr. Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters, you will be required to move on campus. Your powers are only just now starting to ignite, so we need to make sure you are kept away from others who might not be mutant friendly. This way, if you explode and go nuclear, someone nearby should be able to help you settle down, then teach you to control your powers better. While at the school, you will have full access to the facilities and be asked to test your abilities in order to control them. Who knows, maybe someday you can even join the X-Men. Don't worry about that yet, though. For now, focus on exploring the school, meeting the teachers, fellow students, and harnessing the gift you've been given. Yeah. Thank you for playing. Gladness Sparrow. That better not be, like, doing that already. I'll be sad. This is going to be like a 2-hour demo, so if that already cracked out, I'd be so upset. We're just gonna load this back up just to make sure. Yeah, it sounds like it's all working well. Okay. We'll probably have to do that a few times. I don't really want to fuck up another stream. Okay, so we have 414 starters, if I counted correctly. Someone asked what the purpose of that is. Because I wanted to give you options. That looks really, really dope. I'm not gonna lie. Never realized I think a Snubbull looks dope. I'm kind of just doing this to show you what the options are. If you want to, that way you can go through here and you don't like look randomly and be like, oh, there's not a so and so. There's not Fussil and Minim, which is funny because those are actually two of the only Pokemon I excluded from this. Tried it with Amara yesterday, which wasn't bad, but Amara evolves at 39, so I mean that's a long grind. I didn't realize I had to really picture or pay attention to what levels they evolve into their next form. We're looking for something real tasty. Ooh, that was kind of tasty. You have access to so many starters in the garden too, so I mean, kind of do you. Pick what feels best to you. This whole thing was supposed to be like you're being given your first Pokemon of power. That would just be such a hard start. I've heard that is such an easy start. That's a shiny. I don't know if we have shiny sprites for that generation then. Holy shit. Yeah, you know what? Let's go with Impudent. I have no idea how that's going to play out, but I know I'm going to go pick up 3 starters, basically. You walk through that door and you never saw your childhood home again. Your parents forsake you for the incident at the park. You didn't mean to hurt those people, but it happened. Now it's easier for them to act like you don't exist than it is for them to come to terms with the power you've gained. You've got on that X jet, not knowing what laid ahead of you, but you knew it had to be better than what this life had become. Welcome, students. As you should all know by now, my name is Dr. Charles Xavier, and this is my family's home. Over the years, we as a group have done what we can to turn this mansion into a school for the gifted youth. To date, we have several gardens behind the school, each with their own specific types of Pokemon to catch and train against. In front of the school behind you, we have the battlegrounds, an area created and designed for you to battle against your fellow mutants. Inside the mansion is where your rooms will be, as well as the others that stay here. We have a full-time cafeteria, library, and day room inside as well. This leads us to the sub-basement. Down there you will find the X-Jet that we use to take on missions, the laboratory where you'll find Forge always making something new. We also have a breeding facility with a room designed to hatch eggs as quick as possible. Then finally in the sub-basement you will find the Danger Room. In the Danger Room you will be able to take on plenty of missions from the X-Men's past, which will have their own unique Pokemon and battles. If any of you have any questions, feel free to ask the X-Men you find along the way. I'll be in my room in the upper right wing of the building. Thank you for coming here, everyone. By joining us, you have shown you wish to help the mutant world merge with the world of mutants. Make sure to check out your rooms. There is a starter pack waiting for you there. One last thing. From time to time, I'll have to communicate you telepathically. These messages will be read like this. Feel free to explore the mansion. Sweet. I'm going to go check out my room. No place for me to go except the Danger Room. The gardens. She's going to the grass gardens. I clicked that one too quickly. Guess that leaves me. I'm going to go check out the battlegrounds. And on cue of everyone being gone, I'm sorry, new recruits, I forgot to mention your first task. Please find the other recruits you saw and battle them all. After you have done so, please report to me in my room for further instructions. This is not a bug, just a bunch of quests. New quest discovered. I put in a new plugin. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. All of those quests are almost essentially saying, go meet the X-Men. It'll tell you... Actually, it doesn't tell you where they are. Huh. I probably should say introduce yourself to Blink and Blink Garden. But find the other 4 Day 1 recruits and battle them, then return to Xavier's room. They can be found in the Battlegrounds, Grass Garden, Danger Room, and Left Wing dormitories. Ooh, I didn't realize that part. Stage 1. I never saw that before. Reward. They don't really tell you the reward. That's interesting. There should have been a reward. Okay. So now we have the running shoes that always run. Pokedex. Boom. These are if you... This is obviously all optional. Rules for Nuzlocke. You must nickname every Pokemon, catch everything on the first route. If you encounter a species, you can track it. Blah, 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 blah. This is the important one. If an area has an X at the end of its name, it is not allowed to be used for encounters. As an example for this, the EV Gardens and the Battlegrounds. Feel free to implement any rules you wish. These are just the basics. The most important is the catch areas with an X at the end of its name. That's basically referring to, like, when we go into the Danger Room, there's an area where you can replay Danger Room missions. The first time you encounter a Danger Room, like when you go from... Hang on. When you go from this screen here, it's okay to catch the first Pokemon you encounter. after you beat the first 5 of them, you'll open up this little room here. The Pokemon you from there you should not try to catch. That's cheating. For Nuzlocke reasons, that's cheating. And then there's also another area down here. Don't do that. Don't catch the Pokemon in there if you're Nuzlocking, because there's literally one choice or 4, but the 4 one is 4 Oricorios. Like I said, 4 different forms. So that's cheating for Nuzlocking in my book. Don't use those. So we're going to our room first. Pick up our starter pack. There's a note sitting on the bag of items. Welcome to Xavier School for the Gifted Youngsters. Please take these items as a thank you for attending our school. Please enjoy your stay here and remember our school's motto: Mutatis Mutandis. Blah blah blah. Sounds like Mukuna Matata. Got some full heals, got some super potions, got some great balls, got some quick balls, got a big nugget, and got an EXP share. Alright. I feel like we're ready to cook. I tried to stockpile you up a little bit to make you actually feel like you have stuff. Town map. This is the inside, the mansion map. You know, your room, which is that door, takes you down to there. This staircase brings you up here, brings you to Xavier's room. That doorway brings you to the day room. That one brings you to the dining room and the cafeteria. Blah, 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 blah. I just woke up, so I'm working on my words. And this is the outside the mansion one, because it shows you that and that. Ooh, I need to make a map for that garden then, don't I? Alright, hello little one, you're one of the new recruits. Your name is Buddy P. Well, it is truly a pleasure to meet you, Buddy P. My name is Aurora Monroe, but you can call me Storm. Welcome to Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters. This section of school is what we call the gardens. Here in the gardens, you will have access to several species of Pokemon. This here is the main garden where you will have to choose which type Pokemon you want to go with. Simply read the signs by each gateway to figure out which area you want to go to. Feel free to capture whatever Pokemon you want to grind up in the levels. Just please don't touch any of the plants or berries. Their ecosystems are well balanced and you have plenty to eat inside. I have read these messages too many times in the last couple of days. Holy shit. This guy sells you some balls, which is why I went to go show you the starter kit first. That way you don't just go buy everything. All of these little orange hat one or orange HUDed ones are Poke Centers. That's an auto one. That's the one that has to be there in case. This is the Frenzy Plant Blast Burn Hydro Cannon thing. This is a name raider. There used to be 2 more here, but we now have access to that through here. If you're playing a Nuzlocke, try not to be too scummy with it, because you can totally just scum the PP with it. This is just the regular mark. I did not put it. It's raining. Shit. I did not put in antidotes and ice heals and burn heals and that stuff. It's only the full heal. This is just to show you it won't be crashing you, because you already completed that quest. And that quest will now be over here. Let's just make sure everything is still working correctly. Okay, yeah, that sounds like it's all working correctly. Okay, so the first one we go to is the Fire Garden, because I want to catch a fire type. Ooh, Litten's a good one. Is Litten a good one? I mean, I feel like competitively speaking, it's a really good one. That's a storm right there, boys. My connection's going to flip out in a minute. That's not good. Well, we're going to take this as far as we can go. If we have to start shutting it down, we'll start shutting it down. Alright, we got our Fuecoco. We're going to toss on an EXP share into that Fuecoco. I didn't specifically look for him. There was like 4 of them there. Charmander also would have been an option that I happily would have taken. We're not worrying about that. But these areas I feel like would be really good. All you can see is my title Batimental like metal. But don't worry, if you want to get tetanus and you brush up against each other, I don't trust. Go ahead and catch whatever you'd like. Just make sure you can handle other firepower. Alright. But For Nuzlockers, this should be a fun area just because you have literally 18, 19 different encounters that are all like different, unique in the way, in the sense of like you can't get duplicates in any of these areas. I don't even want to fuck around in that one. That one gets me killed. That one gets me killed far more often than I'd like to admit. Okay, so we hit that one. Here's the water garden, dragons, ice, and this one's electric. Okay, so we're gonna run all the way over. Ooh, let's go talk to Banshee real quick, get that quest done. Something you should know about the gardens, there are a lot. I never really introduced you to Banshee, did I? I just said, here's some stuff about the gardens. Huh. Anyways, here's a ghost garden, which is where Kitty will be. My name's Kitty Pride, someone call me Shadowcat. Hurt my powers, let me face through walls. This is going to be like a 5-6 hour long video. If I read all of the text, probably should speed that up a little bit. I'm not going to lie, I'm only going to be able to read so clearly anyways, because I can feel it all nasaling up. I'm also probably going to go smoke something else soon. Alright, so it looks like we're not clippy or bad yet, so let's get up onto this one. Grass garden. Yeah, I want a grass, water, and a fire type as well as my starters, so. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, Rowlet's interesting. The flying should help a little bit. Alright, now let's go to the water, get our water. Mudkip wasn't bad. Having access to the ground moves. I mean, we have our dark type, so it's not like I need to go for Totodile just for the bite effect. So, let's go for it. We have our starting 4. Not quite a basketball team. We'll get that basketball team filled whenever we get to, I guess, DRS 3. Okay, so let's go on up to the grass garden, take out our first student that we have to take out. Hope we have the. That's not the grass garden. Grass garden's right here. Whoops. We're gonna save this. So this demo is probably going to be about 3 hours ish long, based on the looks of that, because I was kind of going through it last night, getting all of the bugs that I could find out the way. I hope you like all these backgrounds. They kind of get a little muddied, but I still, even if it's a little muddy, is better than the random yellow and blue that was there. I'm probably going to end up doing that for all of my games, going back through and giving them sceneries. That was my wake up. You got shit to do today. Alarm. Yay. Okay. The name's Stingray. I specialize in poison and water types. I came down here to battle and no one wants to give me a chance. The professor wants us to fight. I'm more than happy to take you down. God, that sounds so gay every time. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but like, there's no way to phrase anything in the English language without sounding sexual or gay in some way. It's crazy. And then here's this, just because that way you can just keep coming back over and talking. Because the battlegrounds, you'll really want to heal a lot. Ooh, we never talked to Jean and Cyclops, so let's get that out the way. I do like the pictures, though. That makes it easier for me to have a conversation amongst a group of people. Okay. I'm also testing this for my own purposes, like, I'm making sure they all have the right colors, and because this can all be black or turn them into white, which look awful. Okay, so the reason he bounces around right there is because this is the starting event, and they won't walk on top of events. So that's that starting piece. If you see them bouncing around like that, that means that like there's an event there that you just can't see at the moment. It's a weird one, and I'm sorry, but that's just kind of how it is. Get out of here with that bullshit. I can't believe it's already done raining. I mean, we gotta make sure this is still working again because I don't want it to be. We gotta make sure this is still working again. Sure. So this is where you can get all of your candies. Well, your chocolates. Sorry. This is how you can like raise your IVs a single stat. One of the ways you get them is through here. The other way is through like the battlegrounds. You'll get them through other things probably. I haven't gotten that far yet, so we'll circle back on that one. But there's gonna be 5 merchants, I think, so far across this. Just making sure all those are still good. Just go talk to these two. This is a lot of filler, but at the same time, it's trying to make it to where you don't have straight battle to battle to battle to battle to battle. And I may have extra content for post mission 1, but we're going to stop at mission 1 because nothing there has really been done all the way. I've just been gradually getting it going. That was more just me last night getting sleepy. Alright, so here is your breeding facility. You got your daycare lady. You got the egg guy. This is the hidden power, right? Yeah. And this lady explains it. So basically, every time you see this wall change, that's 50 steps. Every time you see the carpet change, that's 25 steps. This whole runway is 250 steps long, which means if you run down it and you run back it, you run 500 steps. After you hatch 30 eggs, you unlock something special at the end of this tunnel. I'm not going to spoil it. You can figure that one out for yourself if you want to hatch 30 eggs and get to that point. You don't actually even have to hatch the 30 eggs realistically because the variable will pop whenever he gives you an egg. So if you just want to collect 30 eggs, it'll open it up, and then the spot at the end will give you an oval charm, because that kind of came out of my mouth wrong, which just speeds up eggs. So you have to hatch 30 eggs, and then all of your eggs go down to like half the value. My name is Daniel Lone Eagle. You can call me Forge. I make items, and I sell items. That's really what I do. Kind of want to get those, but... And then this is Beast. You know what the Beast does? Not really, you have no clue. He has all of these items that are up poison moves, up fire moves, up fairy moves. He's got those items. Got a plane. Alright, we already went in there, which means I think the only one that's left now is Wolverine. We basically told you danger rooms, all about it. Another PC. There are 3 PCs at the mansion, 1 right outside the main garden, 1 in here, 1 in the battlegrounds. My name's Jeremiah. I hate when Reddit pops you up on some random thing that's like, I'm not watching that. Definitely let me know what you guys think about these backgrounds. Given, yes, they probably could be raised to make them actually show the whole background, but I don't know. I kind of like the way it looks. Maybe that's the laziness part of my brain. Alright, so we handled those three. The last one is in their room. Shit, I probably should have. Let's go. This is the only one of them I'm not entirely keen on, but like, I like the idea behind it. I just couldn't find a good one to do. Yep, that happens. Yep, that happens. Okay, Fuego. Good job, Fuego. Okay. So after you defeat all four of them, I should probably make the stage for that. I'd have to figure out how to do that plug-in the rest of it. Oh, so you beat them all. Exceptionally well done. When we are done talking, I will send a message to Wolverine and allow you to start Danger Room training. After you complete the first 5 Danger Room missions, I will alert you with further instructions. Don't worry too much. Your first set of Danger Room missions will all be in large areas, such as a forest. There will only be one hologram trainer at the end. Your objective for these first few missions will be 1. Survive the onslaught of wild Pokemon. 2. Make it to the end of the scenario maps. 3. Defeat the trainer at the end. These aren't the real mutants you will find in the real world. They are just holograms weakened to help you train your abilities. Still, I wouldn't take them lightly. The first area will start at level 8s with an ace of 10. The second area will be 10s with an ace of 12. Then they will continue to grow. So blah 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 blah. There will be Pokemon in the danger room that you cannot find in your gardens. Not a ton, but there are Pokemon we can't keep here safely. Remember, you don't need to go there now. Feel free to explore the mansion and the gardens, check out everything. Blah 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 blah. Okay. I can only read so much out loud. My throat's already so dry. That's probably from that. Healing. So we could go straight into that. I personally like getting my Pokemon up to 7 before I go through it. Because it definitely says 8s or that. So we're going to go run up here real quick. Let's see here. Okay, so we're going to get these two up to 8, and then we'll drop in something else. Realistically, I would just pick a guard. If you're doing a Nuzlocke, I would obviously pick a guard you have already gotten your encounter for. But do you, honey boo? Okay, let's go find the grass garden. We're probably actually going to put you up to 10 just to get you going. Get those two good. These couple of levels here will make the whole thing go so dramatically faster, though. So we're not going to feel bad about having you watch this. If you want to skip ahead like 5 minutes, feel free. It shouldn't take too long. Honestly, if you want to skip ahead until you see me disappear that way and then come back, because I'm going to go do something immediately after this. Just making sure everything is still working, because I don't ever want to have to re-record this part of the game again. I guess that's something I've really pointed out. As you can see, Pokemon can actually be like weakened. Okay, so far so good. Ooh, a shiny. which are 1 in 100 in this game. Pokerus is 1 in 500. I still haven't encountered a Pokerus in any of my playthroughs yet of any of my games, but it's 1 in 500 apparently. Mudkip's almost there, so let's go. We're also doing this because I don't know why, but they all do it. At least all the starters do it. And we're not actually using you, I just like catching shinies. Up to the fire garden. Most of the gardens are super diverse. The fire, the water, and the grass are not super diverse. Those ones literally have 9 starters and then a random 10th one. I guess maybe 2 of them randoms. And that's because starter Pokemon have some of the best, like, level up. They're usually good at throughout the entire beginning part of the game and eventually get phased out. Usually. There's a few special ones. Okay, Rowlet, how are you looking? Good enough. Let's go find the grass garden. I'm at the water garden. And after these are all at 8, then we should be okay to go take on the couple of danger room missions. That's legitimately what the point of this in the beginning is. It's supposed to give you plenty of different areas to go train, so that way you're not just like, man, I'm tired of fighting against Rattatas and Pidgeys the whole time. There are so many different options, and you can actually directly pick which kind of Pokemon you want to go fight. So training isn't miserable in the beginning of the game. And these areas will grow over time. I think the furthest that they grow right now is 24 or is 22 to 24, but they'll keep growing. Excuse me. Okay. Let's go get this heal. And yes, that part is intentional to where you drop in here and you run into this wall to where you have to climb over. That way you're not just like not paying attention and you randomly wind up in the next room. In case you're not trying to trigger an event or something that'll be in here, I don't really know. It'll drop you in a forest so anyone else nearby but the target villain. It is recommended that you bring a minimum of 3 Pokemon at level 8 and a bundle of balls and healing items. Once you enter, you cannot... Oh wait, I never actually went and got my items, did I? Let's go ahead and just grab 10 of those for now. Let's grab up 5 of those. I'm probably going to regret doing this, but let's get that. Okay, so the first area is a forest, which means you want to use your fire type. I'm actually going to go drop off Hatine. Never mind, that's a switch out if I need it, I guess. Alright, teleporting now. Danger Room Scenario 1. Forest. Your goal for this scenario is clear. Get to the end of the route to defeat the trainer who is waiting for you. Catch, defeat, or run from any wild Pokemon in your path. You're in the Danger Room now. The only way to go is forward. Honestly, I might have to, like, tuck this away. I gotta go. Ooh. I'm not trying to run from them all. I just keep encountering the fire. Okay. Definitely giving it Peck. Early coverage is huge. Kind of miss Dark Knight in the sense of like meta or Caterpies evolving into like Rayquaza kind of stuff. Finally. I feel like Protect is too strong in this. I don't have any care for that. And yes, there are land and cave tiles here. And the purpose of this is to grind up your Pokemon against wild encounters. Even though that, like, thoroughly will kill... I sell you the blank Malsadas or whatever, so you can reset your Pokemon if you really want to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go use the bathroom after I finish this first one. Sorry, guys. That is dope, though. Never gonna freaking use it, but that's still cool. Normal Dragon is strange, too. That's a strange type combo. Crazy how sunny it is after it just poured all that amount. Frickin' Florida, man. Alright, there's the end of it. If only shinies gave you extra experience. That's also neat. Yeah, you can start seeing that 1 in 100 starting to show up way more common now. One thing I don't recommend is doing a save and turn off in the middle of the danger room. I'm going to attempt to turn it off entirely. Like to where you can't save in the danger room or save while out on an actual mission. Like, and I kind of feel bad about turning off spots where you can't, or turning on spots where you can't save, but at the same time, like, it kind of messes things up a little bit. Everything here is using temporary switches, so I mean, it just gets real complicated real quick if you save and turn it off. I'm going to exterminate mutants as the last thing you see the hologram begin to fade away. Well done, you've completed my mission. I may have given you a white light before and said that this was a villain at the end of the route. That wasn't exactly the case, but here's more realistic for outside world, blah, blah, blah. Basically says there are real dangers everywhere from ordinary people. You'll have to always pay attention. Alright, you don't have to come here, even though I just did, because every danger room mission automatically re-heals you. I'm going to go save real quick. I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Should be like 2 minutes. Just a minute, I'll be right back over there. Enjoy the dog show for now. Woo, so much better. Thank you for your waiting, guys. I appreciate that. Let's hope that everything is still working on good. Let's hope that everything is still working. Looks like everything's still working. We'll see when we get into this next one. Looks like everything's still working. We'll see when we get into this next one. No clipping, no chopping. Okay. Sorry. I'm gonna try to find a way to cut that out of the video. If I can, I will. I recommend battling as many of these Pokemon that like makes sense for you to battle though, because you're gonna want all the extra experience you can get. And these Pokemon have relatively okay experience. I know how many times I've grinded out like a level 10 Charmander against level 2 and 3 Rattatas. So, I mean, I don't know why I'm that dumb sometimes. Definitely given that rock throw. Okay, so we're gonna heal real quick. I should use the regular potion. Whoops. You are in violation of code 512. Possessing unregistered Pokemon is a federal offense. Hand over your Pokemon now or prepare to battle. Oof, that was a rough one. Bitch. I don't think I can actually kill it, can I? Oh, that's what I did. Okay, yeah, screw it. Let's drop in Hatina, get that free switch. How do I get that horrible feeling that, like, I just boosted it and it's never going to actually confuse itself? Cough. Fucking cloth, man. Gotcha. Shadow Sneak that early is dope. I have 100% wiped that Pokemon before. 512 in progress. Crescent back, go. Animal control is basically the prelude to the MRD. Okay, and as a reminder, you do heal from completing those, so you can just get right back into it and keep going if you want to. And this one's all snowy, which means we're going to take you out, but you win. 10 minutes and counting. I'm going to waste all my balls and never catch this fucking thing. The 1% encounter hit by a 1% encounter. I'm going to wipe and lose all of my balls to this thing. It's really going to happen, too. So far, this is one of like 2 legendary Pokemon you have access to. I was hoping it wasn't going to even show itself. Honestly, I might just go for the wipe. If you notice, your timer still ticks down when you're in battle. Also, I never showed this. You can click A to make your Pokemon disappear, or you can click S to shift and cycle through them. I guess you were already dead. I don't know why you were being showed them. Why is that the only one? Oh, it's because it was showing me the dead slots as a Mudkip. That's why. But yeah, you can switch through which Pokemon you have up front by doing that. That's one I actually do want, though. Good. So that thing's an actual beast. And you get an Ice Stone immediately after beating this mission. So, I mean... Okay, that's something I want to point out. Notice how it's slightly injured? That's on purpose. It's called the Lifemon plugin from, like, Ulaquaria or some shit like that. Blah, blah. The credits are in the game. They're in the Discord. They're in the EV Expo. Anyways, whenever you enter a battle, there's a chance it could be injured. There's a chance it could have a status. There's a chance it could have a nickname. There's a chance it could be a former trainer's Pokemon. The last part, the former trainer's Pokemon, those are also going to show Batman names right now. I haven't gotten far enough to change them all to X-Men names or mutant or Marvel names, I guess I should say. But yeah, you can encounter, like, see, that one's partially injured too. It's meant to make it feel like you encountered something that just got done fighting something else, or if it's sleeping and then you stumbled onto something that was asleep and it just woke up and it's waking up to battle you. Things like that. I don't know. Whenever I saw that plugin, I really liked it. I liked the idea behind it. Because I always agreed with that as a kid. Why do you never encounter Pokemon that seemed like they just got done fighting somebody else? That's a banger of a Pokemon, too. Okay, running out of time, but we've got this. The first one is supposed to be a lot of time. It's supposed to be show you that there are timers, but this timer is not really supposed to impact you too much unless you're just out here catching and training. I am sorry for that. Just that first couple hours I'm awake, my drain is just awful every time. I don't even do cocaine too. That's the worst part. It just happens. Florida allergies. It's crazy. I never had allergies when I was growing up in St. Louis, but I moved to Florida, and it's like I no longer have any immunity to allergies that I used to. There are things here that I just never grew up having a defense against, like that awful brown ragweed stuff. You gonna get that Fuecoco evolution? Nice. I love the background for this. Even though someone pointed out that having it be a DNA strand also makes sense. And you're right, that also makes sense and probably will happen at some point. Crocolar. Oh ho ho, what is such a strong young mutant, such as yourself, doing all alone? You would be perfect one for one of Striker's experiments. Looks like we're still chopping up oil. Doesn't seem like we've been lagging at all. That's good. Let's hope it stays that way. So we're probably around like a third of the way done. Yeah, don't ask Wolverine about the Weapon X. That sounds like a terrible idea. And since there is literally no drawbacks to this, let's just do it. Nothing else can. I just like the way the orange, the purple, the blue, and the green all like work together in this image. Satato. 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 Alright, so we're going to take you out. I'm going to ditch the Cyclozar. I don't really need it. You get a max repel to start. Who needs a potion? Alright, so we're in a desert. Probably the right choice, even though I think there is steel here too. Yep. We're going to run from the steels. Okay. And you could say, Pharaoh, this isn't the most interesting of gameplay. You're right. You're right. It's supposed to start off very bland and basic and gradually warp up to it. Like, these ones don't have a lot besides, like, beautiful things to look at. Or cool things to look at with the tile set. Blah. The next one, or Danger Room set's not going to be a ton to look at, but it's going to be all trainers. That's what the point of it is. I don't like that it keeps them up there even though they're dead. That's an odd one. We need Mudkip to get some levels now. Dude, what? 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 I was worried about like a spark kind of move. Aerodactyl is one of those Pokemon that I keep trying to avoid, but like, I just love it. It's my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon. And then it gives me a shiny, and it's like, how do I turn that down? When that thing's just such an early game boss for double battles. The problem with Aerodactyl is like, it takes so much experience to level it up. So much experience. By the time it gets to 20, everything else it feels like it's fallen so far behind because of it. Oh, I learned my lesson. I'm trying to run away from you. As soon as you get to 15, we'll take that off and drop that on Titan. I have no idea what levels that thing evolves, though. As soon as Rowlet evolves as well, we'll happily switch it to Mudkip being the main one. Okay, getting somewhere. That's a lot of experience, but that's also death. That's death in the air. There we go. Dotrix. The Blade Quill. Okay, so we're going to take that EXP share off of you. Oh, wait, you're not even... Yeah, I mean, I did say at level 15, so we're going to take that off. Put that on you to get you to 15. Ooh, we're over an hour. I do expect this to be like a 3-ish hour video. We'll see how that ends up playing out. But this is some of the more time-consuming stuff here. After these 5 missions comes the battlegrounds, which those trainers really don't take super long, as long as they don't actually beat you. Okay, Let's get a nice little heal in there for those. I guess for that. Another inmate ready for initiation with a Steve. Yeah, we're way leveled up now, so that's good. I think this background really fits the desert feel, though. Almost makes it look like you're walking down a trail, and they're up further on that trail. I love the sunset in the background. Clouds will look beautiful. I don't understand. What do you mean they can't legally have Pokemon? I mean, everybody can legally have Pokemon, right? Did I just get a Water Stone and a Fire Stone? No, it's telling me I need a Water Pokemon that can use the move Surf. That's what that was. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I have to go back to Dartrix. Didn't really think about that. We're actually going to take that off of that temporarily. Put that there. Until it gets that evolution, then we'll switch it back. So Nightcrawler is solely here in case you didn't bring a Surfer. There are both cave encounters, which means that you find them without there being grass on the beach, and there's also an entirely different Pokemon set in the water. That's why I made sure that the backgrounds look different. And another reason why, like I say, don't catch things from the EV gardens that will unlock in a few minutes, or in like half an hour, is because the Pokemon that are in there will be available elsewhere. Like Squawkabilly is one of them, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. A shiny, a variant shiny of a variant. That's cool. We'll take that. I don't remember what he starts with, but I feel like this is a double battle. I feel like this is a bunch of rock Pokemon. No, he's gonna be like Tandemouse and stuff like that. Solosis, the things that multiply canonically. I really love the Rainbow Waterfall with the random storks. I think this fits well for being like on the beach and islands. I don't know. I'm not like overly proud because I didn't draw or take any of these pictures, but I'm proud of the idea that they actually, or not proud, but happy with the idea that they kind of fit just a little bit. Let's make sure this is still working fine because I don't want it to be fucking up on me. Let's make sure this is still working fine. Okay, that seems okay. That's my biggest fear is I'm gonna do this and then it's all gonna shit out like and 2 or 3 hours into it. Ta-da! Mission successful. Ooh. I feel like I'm missing an S there. Good work, kid. Next time we're going to step up the difficulty of that. You obtained a water stone. So it seems you be in the first 5 danger rooms news. Well done. I knew there was something special about you, which is why I asked you to come here. Quest completed. I think you truly have what it takes to become an X-Men someday. Obviously, I don't think you're ready yet, but the responsibilities. Always the balls in the hoo. Alright, so the gardens have gotten a little bit stronger. Let's make sure the quests, battlegrounds, and day 2 recruits. Good. I'm just making sure other quests aren't popping up that shouldn't be popping up. Okay. So from there, you can replay 5 for now. This is all of your danger room scenarios in the future that will be able to like be replayed. I don't know if we're actually going to fill these up or not. I just kind of made the room just to have the room. You can click on any of the 5 you want and just go replay that mission. Then after you defeat 6 through 10, 11 through 15, yada yada yada. These are the ones I was talking about. Don't catch anything that you go to a danger room from here if you're going to go play in Nuzlocke. All of the ones that come from in here and go elsewhere, those are all null and void. Don't get them, you dirty, filthy cheater. There'll be an X in their like summary screen. So like if you were streaming this, everyone will know that you're bullshitting because there would be an X right here. Yeah. Okay. I clicked the wrong Nurse Joy, so we're all suffering for it. I'm sorry. How much money do I have now? You don't really get a lot of it early on. I'll probably need to change their base money amount that they give you. Okay. Okay, so when you come in here, you come talk to these signs. This side of the board is going to tell you that it's reserved for the other trainers. So you walk here, and there it is. This number might change at some point, but right now it's set up to where there's 2 trainers to 16, 2 trainers to 17, 2 trainers at 18, 2 trainers at 19, 1 trainer at 20, 2 at 21, 22, 23, 24, 1 at 25. That's right now how it's set up, so 9 trainers for every 5 levels. Again, that could change someday in the future, but right now, that's what the plan is. And then there will probably be another board that opens up after you beat those that will allow you to like fight their souped up teams way later down that line. You still have the EXP shirt? Because you shouldn't. Yeah, you do. Alright, so there's one of our first chocolates for stats. That way you can just go talk to Nurse Joy right there and come right back up to battle. You don't have to run all the way around. HP raises a single one of its stats. Definitely going to do it on Titan. So you see that its HP as at an 18. Give it the HP candy. Okay. Or not. Or not. I didn't get to test it. But Looks like his IV went up a stat. Whoops. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Let's take that out. So, that was kind of a tilt. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I think we're gonna toss MP Nip up to start because I wanted to level up. Did it say 3 16s and this one's a 17? Cool. I just realized, is my game volume not up on that? Wow. I am sorry, guys. I am sorry, guys. I am sorry, guys. I am sorry, guys. Okay, well we're gonna leave it at that for now. Truly apologetic that you've just listened to an hour and a half of this without any of the game music. That was truly saddening. I'm sorry. I didn't even heal after that. I was too focused on that mistake. That's a shame. I feel so bad for all of you that just had to sit there and not listen to any of the game's music throughout all of this. Damn. Because I'm not recording this again. I got shits I gotta do today. Marshtomp being down is kind of a scary thing. Fucking A. Alright, well. Alright, well. Alright. Sorry that kind of just echoed down again. That was not intended. Well played on that one. Yeah, I probably should have processed the fact that it killed me with a bubble beam, not a bug move. Doesn't matter. Crocolaw is king. King of the crocodilians. Did I call them the crocodilians? I just forget the R. Wow. I never like the moves that make you slower. giving you more damage, and if your Pokemon's already going to be slower, but that's more of a competitive thing. Playing through the game, you shouldn't be too much slower than your opponents too often. Wake up, fishy! Wake up! That's totally the girl from Finding Nemo. Alright, CD, let's go. Let's give you your shot. Huh. Well, this isn't going to end well. This is not going to end well at all. This Miltank is a freaking demon. This is going to be my second time wiping to this thing, isn't it? You didn't see the first time I wiped it. That was hilariously bad. Okay, we got there. Barely, but we got there. And I purposely named all of them the box of chocolates, because that way you never know which one you're getting until you come in here. I have no idea what level Impudent evolves. $32. Crazy, it's 32 and then its final form is only 10 levels higher. That's... sounds like that Pokemon fell victim to being held to being too late in its native game. It's like, we really want you to see that first form, so we're just gonna make the first form stick around for way too long. Damn it. Can't wait till that thing's a ghost. Alright, last one. Well, like, of this wave. Gross. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. It's actually really bad. I wonder if I locked it in the smog or if that's just because of me being a water type. Damn. Yes, his name is Bro Space DUI. Because whenever he was filling out his trainer form, he was too dumb to realize that Bro was his trainer type. Okay. So Cyclops says this area is allowed now. I never showed you that. Okay, so in here we have this guy here. He's not a mutant, but he says, "I'll sell you stones and rocks." So that's where you can get your stone salesman at. Also, this little thing here is a blender or a dispenser, whatever you want to call it. Here's where you can buy all of your mints, all of your natures. Enjoy. They're expensive. Wonderful. You've all finally gathered in the EV Guard. It's time for you all to test your growth against each other. Whomever defeats the other four, please see me in my room for a reward. In quotations. I don't remember what half these people use for Pokemon, if I'm being honest. We're going to take that off of you, put that onto you. Because I think you just became a lawn ornament for quite some time. Don't worry, we'll stop holding our hands soon. I think. Damn. There we go. What's up, bud? I don't understand why it seems like flinching from bite happens so much more than it should. What? Yeah, go get some food and water. Alright, gonna go heal. Going in the defense garden. The purpose of this area is this is the defense, or this is the build your special defense. This one will build your regular defense. This one will build your special attack. This one is for HP. So if you want to EV train your Pokemon, there is one specific Pokemon here for you to train against, non-stop. And this area will get stronger and stronger as you go further into it. I hope you can hear me over my dog's crazy drinking. I don't even think I did that on purpose, starting you off with a fire type. That would be like, yeah, go yourself, you ice types. You can come back up. Come on. Come on. Come on. I'll fill you up more water in a little bit, dude. even if I fill it up right now, you're not even gonna drink it. You're gonna like look at it and be like, oh yeah, there's more water in it now. Like that's the worst part. You're not even gonna drink this. You're gonna look at it, realize that there's some in it for next time, and you're gonna hop back up in bed and not touch this again for like the next 2 days. Go ahead, keep drinking. You want to keep drinking? Give me a second, guys. See that though? Every time. He's like, but like, my food bowl is empty or my water bowl is empty. He'll just sit there and stare at you. The moment you fill it, he's like, okay, it's full now. And he'll just go back and lay down. Sorry. Extracurricular things. Oh. Oh, shit. I feel like flinching happens too much. Like, it gives that feeling of being closer to old school Pokemon than it does newer stuff. Okay. Oh yeah, we got this one easy. He's got a point. Dragon Pokemon do take a long time to get on track. I think there's only one left. Could be wrong. Oh yeah, I'm wrong. You know that they're water and poison Pokemon, so... How are we doing on everything here? Seems like everything's staying nice and intact, so that's good. Yeah, Marshall should be good for this. I think I've figured out that this game is going to be broken up into like 3 separate games because my brain has been creating too much for it. To where the first game is going to be this. You're the kid exploring the mansion, enjoying the world. I don't know which order it'll go in, but game number 2 is like, will be based more off of X-Men Legends 2, where you have time being with the Morlocks in the sewers, you have time going with Spider-Man to Queens, you have time going with the Avengers to Stark Tower, that kind of stuff. Where like each act you'll be in a different area. Game 3 will probably be a lot more like how the game I don't like very much, Dark Knight, is, where you're going to be in the Age of Apocalypse doing the Apocalypse League, essentially. Where you go through, take out his henchmen like Sugar Man, and you go try to find like Black Beast and stuff like that. That was my you better be recording by now. There's going to be another one that'll probably pop off in 15 to 30 minutes. That one I'll have to be real quick on because that one's Cave of Remembrance. And Disney does not like their Kingdom Hearts stuff being played on stream too much. Okay, then after you defeat all 4 of those... Ah, so you were the one to come out victorious. Please come and see me in my room for a proper conversation. And quest done. Well, both quests done. Yeah. Do a nice little quick heal. At this point, you have 2 different choices. You can essentially come here, do more of those, or come up here, talk to him, and he'll give you access to more Danger Room. Some of the X-Men have changed positions and locations. Okay. Like, see, they're both here. We're just going over the lesson plans. What do you think is more entertaining, a movie about mutant history or a play acted out by the teaching staff? Which is probably some dumb shit that teachers talk about. I think we're gonna go do some more battleground trainers before we start that up, because I want to knock out both of these before I actually go do the real first mission anyways. But we are getting closer to being done now. I say that, and then there's battles like this that are going to take forever because, like, I am so stun locked. Really hope this whole video plays out well, though. Besides that opening hour 10 without music. But if you're still here watching now, you've learned that there definitely is music here. Lots of interesting choices. Honestly, don't even know who uses the attack set. I know you're going to do special attack. We're going to give you special defense. You're physical. We're going to give you special defense, I think. Birds of a feather flock together. But you have a rock moon. They love those sand attacks. And none of the Pokemon so far have had any IVs manipulated. They haven't had any moves manipulated or abilities. The only ones that have had any ability changes so far are going to be in Danger Room Scenario 10. And those ones are all basically designed to where you'll have weather battles that are double battles, but they're not like I gave this area a hailstorm. They're actually like snow warning Pokemon that created, showing you how to actually build a basic weather team. Those are the only ones that really have any ability changes so far. Flail is probably crazy strong on this thing. Yeah, let's keep on moving. We're like right on track with those levels too. Like, I don't understand. My attack, not my accuracy. I did not do the same thing that I did in Dark Knight with these moves. I did not go back through and change all of them to be more accurate with less damage. They're all back to base. When I went up to Gen 9, it reset it all, and I am not going back through that for this game. This game's totally different. Dark Knight was designed to be very different than all the other games. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure you're a special guy, so... Real question is which... Okay, it's the OG one. Sounds like there's literally someone just standing outside my front door. Thank God that shit gets like triple locked. This is a nice area though. It's not like nice enough. Families and shit. Okay. You need to evolve. Oh shit. Girl at work lost her wedding ring. That fucking sucks. Good thing I haven't been there in 2 days. Tanks with a priority mover is amazing. Tandem mouse. This is that was one of the more interestingly creative, or one of the more creatively uncreative Pokemon, or uncreatively creative is probably the best way. Because they're generic as shit, but it's actually somewhat unique feeling. Okay. These go up to level 25. I only put the first 2 waves in there. I have not gone further than that. So we're just going to knock those out, and then we'll go through and knock out the danger of missions. But us doing this is going to make those so much faster. And that's kind of what the point of these are. You're at the point where now you have 2 options of how to train, instead of it just being 1 option of how to train. And after you complete mission 1, then I'm going to... That's what I did half of yesterday, was putting in random side quests kind of stuff. But those do not kick in at all, or will not kick in at all until after you beat the first X-Jet mission. Once you get the first X-Jet mission done, then you'll be able to have a whole line of side quests available. That's kind of why I figured this was a good point to like stop the demo and show everyone, was because after this it goes almost into like an Act 2 kind of thing. A lot of things open up. Well, not really like open up, but there's a lot of things that become active, I guess. And this is a great base for the game, I think. Any feedback or anything you guys want to give would be amazing. I never told you. The links will be in the description. I'm probably not going to post the game link in the description because it changes too often. So I'll post the EV Expo page and I will post the Discord. Both of the links, or the links in those 2 areas, will always be as up to date as they can be. I typically am pretty good about, okay, I've gotten to a good point, let me post the link in Discord and in EV Expo at the same time, post the patch notes for everything, and then that's usually how I go about it. Definitely check those out. The Discord page I'm far more active in than in the EV Expo one, but if you message the EV Expo like forums, I'll message you back as quick as possible. I just don't check that one every day, or as many times a day as I check the other one. Oh, I didn't expect the quick attack. That was good. That was good. I don't even remember what the flutes actually do. I just remember I get them to. Did I give you 2 red flutes? Interesting. I'll have to go look at that. Oh no, you're not doing that, are you? That wouldn't be nice. I'm going to click this on 3, 2, 1 now. Okay. Okay, it all looks like it's still working fine. Alright, I think there's one more. Yes, Elite Trevor. I probably realistically should have used that sprite instead of this one. I didn't realize it was that much bigger. Maybe someday I'll go back and use that one instead of this one. I'd probably have to do that with both the male and the female characters. Those are just so much work. I hate doing those sprites. I hate doing those sprites. And I'm honestly at that point where I'm probably going to have to stop doing a lot of this, like game creating parts, because I have to go back and start doing all of that crap again. Because I got to make the Apocalypse one for sure. Got to make Magnetos and Mystiques and stuff like that. I have Sabretooth's done, but that's one. Well then, I think I'm there, guys. Someone said they were beating this stuff like it was no issue. I don't see how you just crush the Searcher Fu. Although if that Aerodactyl was stronger, it probably would have worked out well. Okay, well, we lost that. That's fine. We're going to go in here and we're going to do these danger rooms. Give me 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Perfect. Sorry, had to have some of my herbal tea. For level 20 Pokemon. Okay, so 4 of these 5 danger room missions are not going to be very visually impressive. I love that background, by the way. Even though it kind of muddies, I think the muddiness almost works. And I love that marsh top like blends in. Like, if I'd have had these backgrounds, I probably would have made the Pokemon match the colors of the backgrounds, so that way it feels like they're blending into their scenery, like their own natural camouflage. But these first 4 aren't going to be very visually impressive. They're more just designed for here are your here are your trainers. Here's a couple of encounters, fight. It's kind of what the purpose is, because they realize they're taking you on a mission, so you need to actually like level up. And it gets you ready for what your next mission will be, which is basically just 7 straight up battles back to back to back to back to back to back to back. Okay. Please tell me you're not starting this. Please tell me you're not starting this. No, it seems like you're okay. Hope you guys enjoy all the music. All of that came from an OGG page where they're all free to use songs, essentially. Most of them are looped. You just have to go through a couple of hoops here and there to get them to actually work correctly. Running out of potions. Never good. I'm gonna start trying to hike through these battles and encounters as quick as possible, just because this is already over 2 hours long, and we're gonna be trying to push this before 3 hours, I guess. Which we shouldn't have too much longer left. Because there's only like 5 more missions plus that one battle that we lost that we're going to retry at some point. Bland, but important. As always, 4 more. I like that, like, you don't actually throw your Pokemon out whenever, because it's always the one that it like slides in rather than you throwing a ball to open it up, since your starter is already, or your opening Pokemon is already behind you. Fucking quit flinching. It was like making me stutter. It was just so common. Every time it read like flinched, my brain just reset. Chip. I wish there was a way for it to announce this is this Vulpix, not that Vulpix. But, or like which of the 3 Meowths it was, but I don't want to go in there and give them all new Pokedex numbers. I had to do that for a Lowland Raichu to make it to where your regular Raichu or your regular Pikachu could evolve into it. Also had to do that for your Coughing to be like Galar Weezing. And had to do that for Urshifu. And Zygarde, that way you can evolve from 10 to 50 to 100. Yeah, Impudent was probably the way to go correctly, but... Alright, so we finally got nice and leveled up in a juicy love way, so we shouldn't have too many issues left. The way I think I'm going to do it is I don't think I'm going to really change these Pokemon's IVs and natures and stuff like that, but the Battleground trainers, I think those ones I'm going to really make tough. Not immediately right off the bat, but I think we're gonna eventually graduate to it being some real challenging battles there, especially once you get to the point where you're starting to fight the other X-Men. I can't let you through. It will be the end of us all. Ugh. Gross. Damn it. No, because I know Aerodactyl's going to outspeed that thing. I've definitely wiped that battle before, too. I need to make that red, the first one. Humans will become slaves. Mutants will be constantly tested. Anyone not deemed fit to survive will be eradicated in an instant. Please just go. Hear Wolverine's voice come out from the speakers. Mr. Successful. Good work, kid. You should always have plenty of items when you're planning to go into a cave. You never know how deep that hole will go, or who will be waiting for you at the end. That was also quite the innuendo, wasn't it? Just keeping all of the stones together. Except the Eva stone. That one's Eva different. This is all supposed to look like one connecting cave. Like like every area that starts looks like the end of the last cave, just chopped up. Please no, I have a family. Quaffairy, you're Gary, you're Gary. Thank you, Automon. Nobody wants that BS. I appreciate you. That was the first time it's ever just said, hey, we blocked this message because it's a scam. So thank you. That's new. They usually get to me in about 25 minutes. I'm surprised it took them 2 hours this time. So like, this guy's streaming with nobody watching. What a scrub. Actually, I'm kind of glad no one was really watching for this, so let me just focus in on getting through it. Damn. Yawn rollout combo was actually not something that was ever on my bingo card together. Is that just another rollout? Oh, ancient power. Okay. I just like looked up and saw the glimpse of the red. Shit. Oh. I just picture this thing opens his mouth and probably should have went and got some healing items in between these. I might end up failing this last battle. Lego. That's something I should probably try. I've heard that Pokemon's actually really good. Oh, that's interesting. So it didn't absorb the whole move, like Lightning Rod would have. That's neat. Okay. If a paw. Yep, see there, that one is. Ooh, it didn't do cave remembrance. Okay, that's good. That was my, if you're for some reason not streaming, just go to Walmart now. Okay, so we have like two more of those. I think we're gonna switch to you being up front for a little bit. Even though you are like just about to evolve. Let's see if you ever found anything. Cool. It's regarding me with adoration. Okay, so standing in the middle does not trigger any of them. They all have a one-step reach. I didn't want to make you just walk in and die. A fairy. I don't know why that should always get stuck in my head after I see one. I mean, I guess I know why. Fucking Pokemon. Grass Ghost? Oh, not the one I thought it was. That's fine. You're not going to do any real damage now. Did I go in again without healing items? I'll definitely have to make sure I do it before the next one, though, because that next battle's going to be a bitch if I don't. I was worried about that, but it didn't have... Oh my gosh! That's so dumb. I should use Fake Out. I don't know what I was thinking. It's so dumb. I just got, like, rejected. I was thinking I'm gonna need some luck. Let's see what this last Pokemon is. Wacky, it should be okay. I don't like they're all faster though. I'm definitely about to lose this battle. I don't think there's really much I can do about that. Well, that's a terrible sign. Yep. If I'd have had the items, I'd have been okay, but it happens. Oh, that's a shame. Well, while we're here, let's try and take this last dude out real quick. Yeah, I figured it was going to be the Lex. this is the dangerous one. Yep. Yep, 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 yep. Yep, 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 yep. Got him. Okay. So Titan can learn bounce? Yeah, we're gonna do that. That's another yellow flute. That's odd. Gonna have to mess with that before I release my next one. Alright, so that's healed. We're gonna go back down here now. Well, at least we finally got money again. Gonna buy 10, 20 of those, 20 of those. You know, those are kind of outdated now. Go ahead and buy like 15 of those. Alright, we're good. We are beautiful. We're gonna kick this dude's ass now. I don't have the debug option, right? Okay. I probably shouldn't have started off with that exact starting, but whatever. Oh man, he doesn't even have it. That's a shame. But he ate the hit like a champ. That's what we needed. Okay, that was kind of an intense battle. Okay. Here a minute. Okay. cool thing is, like, if I were to, I could probably use this file to test with after all of this. Since, like, all of them are about to evolve. I've already put in all the hard work on it. Yeah, the snarl way was definitely the way to go with this one. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Nice. You know, Impudence Sprite was pretty dumb on this, but Morgrim definitely pays off. Wow. Is that as good as I think it is? Holy shit. I remember that, like, this one was actually the Pokemon in that game I was by far the most hyped for. I don't even remember which one it is, but I remember I was totally blind while playing it. And I stumbled into there and saw that thing's form. I saw the first version, and I was like, man, that thing is gonna have either the dumbest evolution or the coolest evolution I've ever seen. And then I saw the second form, and I was like, man, that is a really dope form. I really hope they don't fuck it up on the third one. And then they didn't fuck it up on the third one, but third one could have been better. Could have been a lot better. Oh my god, not this crap again. Holy, I got it. I got it, guys. I got it. Just a heads up, I'm gonna have to leave in a little bit, okay? Which means you're gonna have to go outside. Have you ever seen a dog that when you say the words go outside, or go for a walk, or go potty, or go do any of that, that they don't even frickin' acknowledge it at all? That they are still just laying there, like, yeah, I'm gonna act like I'm asleep right now. I'm not. But, like, act like I'm asleep. I don't want to do that. I done dust on. That one, I was actually kind of holding my breath over because I was worried it wasn't going to work correctly. Because for some reason last night, it somehow was working to where, like, I could battle them all endlessly, and then it wouldn't even, like, it would never transport me out, and it would never let me stop battling them. I don't know. That was a weird bug that I heard. I thought I fixed it, but I wasn't entirely sure. Alright. This is the one that I actually kind of like the way that it looks. These tile sets were a pain in the ass to actually get working. The earth will quake and the ground will shake. When apocalypse comes, the world will be at stake. Uh-oh. Did my really miss? Oh, it's got that evasion shit on, that's right. What the fuck? It's not fair, man. Like... So we're not gonna be fair, man. Thank you. Man, imagine if I put poison heal, or not poison heal, shit, leftovers on that thing. Yeah, that would kick my ass. Not even gonna lie. I think I'm gonna go battle some of the other ones and come back to that one. Did Aerodactyl... When did Aerodactyl get a kill to get those 4 levels is what I'm laughing about. Let's actually go spend some of our money that we... Super capsules, it should let you change your Pokemon's abilities forever. Pretty dope, actually. I know I still have a big nugget, so I could really splurge if I wanted to, but... Random thought that popped into my head. Whenever you have eggs, your however many steps are remaining will pop up in your summary page. Like, there's no need to guess. It'll tell you exactly how many steps you have left. For some reason, it seems like it doesn't exactly go accurate. Like, it seems like there's actually less steps necessary than what it tells you, but I'm not going to complain. At least gives you a good idea. So this is the Thunder team. Yeah, after that belly drum, that thing had to go down. Thing's definitely gotten some more power after it. Evolved. After it evolved. That was what I was trying to say. Definitely got more power after that. Might need to rebalance these maps a little bit. Or this map a little bit. That way it actually like shows the pyramids. Alright, that one down. I can't tell if this is gonna be which team, so whatever. Those who are endured the underground maze will soon be the one who sing his praise. Our current world will be a dream, their memories just a daze, for when he rises, the world shall be set ablaze. I didn't realize he would be faster than them already. That's crazy. I was hoping they would both die. That sucks. That was the whole purpose of him going in there, was for them to both, or for me to have two Pokemon to start. Whew, that was an epic finish. I didn't even want to talk until that battle was done. Oh my gosh. That was close. And all living creatures will die from land to ocean. The only ones who remain will be those that are chosen. Chosen by the one true God of Apocalypse. Hear his name and let thy will be spoken. I feel like I really hit some of these and really did not hit some of these. Okay. Of course it somehow magically evaded the one time I assume I'm killing. Okay. One more set of battles. Or one more battle. Hopefully. Probably should have saved before splurging all those items, but let's see here. This is the ground guy. That's odd. The earth will quake, the ground will stake, apocalypse comes, the world gets stake. Yeah, this really is going to be about 3 hours, isn't it? The level difference made a huge difference. Also, just starting off with the right Pokemon made a huge difference. Good. Alright. Danger Room 10, done. Battlegrounds 18, done. All that's really left for us now should be the X-Changer Head. X-Changer Head. The X-Jet Hanger. Boom. All Pokemon healed? No. Really? Interesting. I'll have to change that. Alright, let's go ahead now to the X-Jet Hanger, because I feel like we've done everything. The only thing that I'm going to show is that these changed and went up a few levels. That happened after the Day 2 recruit battles. They all changed to 12 to 14 instead of it being 2 to 4. After this specific mission, they'll all go up to 22 to 24. I have not made their changes to where there'll be a higher evolution, but we'll get there. Ah, you made it right this way, child. I'm sure most of you here have had the pleasure of meeting Bloody P, one of our newest recruits. They've proven themselves to be quite the powerful mutant, filled with a gift to overcome any challenge ahead of them. There may have only been a few weeks of certain proof. So today I would like to award you with the status of X-Men trainee. Professor, there's no way they're ready for that. Surely they shouldn't do more training. This is reckless. Now, everyone. Bloody P is going to be guarding the X-Jet while you go on your mission. You're all going to be part of the world where the humans are. You're all going to be going to a part of the world where the humans aren't very civilized, and we can't allow a group like them to take the X-Jet or harvest its parts. Still think this is a little dangerous for them. I mean, they captured Angel. What makes you think this little run will be worth the risk? Say what you will about their age, but this little runt is keeping up with everything I've thrown at them. Sure, I haven't thrown them at Magneto or Nimrod, but they should be able to handle something as simple as stopping a bunch of savages ransacking the X-Jet. I always hate saying this, but Wolverine is right. So far, they haven't met anyone in the battlegrounds that was too much for them to handle. That settles it. Everyone, welcome our new trainee to team. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I always wanted a new teammate. Recommended for 6 level 30s. I got 5 that are higher than 30 plus my little that. You should be thoroughly ready for this whenever you go in, because there are 7 battles back to back to back to back to back. They're not the strongest of trainers, but I would still be prepared for it to be hard. Because they're all level 25, I guess. Okay. Here we go. Final mission. Come over here, talk to him. I didn't give... Oh, I did give them stuff to say. Nice. Who is that back there? Huh. Surprised you have 6 level 30. Be prepared to run and chase the trainers. If one touches the action, it's game over and you will sort back to the beginning. Sadly, I didn't exactly get that because making that happen was real hard. I love that they all kind of just fly away. You sit here waiting on the team without any signs of life around. No bugs, no birds, no noises of any kind. At first you didn't seem to notice, but over time the silence got to you. You started thinking about your journey so far, the people you've met, the things you've learned in your danger room sessions. Then all of a sudden you hear a stop. You look off in the distance and see people running down at you from the north. You can hear the professor's words echo in your head. Stay by the plane. If anyone touches it, it's game over. I actually weirdly I love this background here. Okay. Okay. And okay. What you got in that there plane? That one wasn't supposed to just disappear. It was supposed to walk off. Maybe whenever I flipped the switches around, I didn't do it correctly. For a minute there, I was messing up real bad in this mission. So I initially was trying to make it to where it was doing those game overs, and that did not work at all. So I had to like kind of re-maneuver. I should have honestly just re-scrapped all the trainers and started over, but it's whatever. They're supposed to run off to the side. I'll try and fix that for the next time. Or for by the time you ever actually get to play this. As a reminder, if you want to play this, check out the EV link or the Discord link. I'm not putting the game link here because it's going to be invalid at any point in the next like week. So there's no point of doing that. Or just, you know, comment. Say, hey, do you have the link? And I'll send you the most current version of the link that I had. If there's any parts of this game that look off to you, tell me. I want feedback. As good a feedback as you got, as bad a feedback as you got. Say, oh, this game is stupid. Tell me why it's stupid. Please, tell me. I want to make it better. I want this game to be amazing. Because I feel like I'm getting better at making the games. Whenever you build something by yourself, you don't exactly see problems that are like right in front of you. Because you walk a very specific path when you play games, and everyone else does not walk your very specific path. Nice. Is that? Yeah, that's not even the regular one, is it? Huh. I'm gonna have to look at that because I haven't evolved it before. This is supposed to be brown, doesn't it? Like, isn't it supposed to be green? Is that like a special form of it? my mail. Yeah, my team is about to take off in terms of power, too. Oh, fuck you. That plane will go real will go real nice next to my hay bales. Claude, sire. Did someone use toxic spikes? Alright, I think this is the last one. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. This mission is not supposed to be necessarily hard. It's supposed to just be you're fighting a bunch of random villagers. Or hillbillies. Whatever. Well done. They are on their way back now. I sense something may be wrong though. Please don't get in their way and return home safe. Everyone get on the jet now. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix that. We don't have time to waste. He's coming. We can't leave him behind. If we stay now, he will suffer the same fate. If we stay now, we will suffer the same fate. We need to go. But we can't leave Remy behind. Who knows what's going to happen to him? We will come back with more preparation. I don't want to leave Gambit, but we have to. Rogue, Cyclops is right. We need to get Angel back and start the healing process. Gambit wasn't caught yet. We both know how well he can survive. The mission didn't go at all to plan. The X-Men thought they had a surprise attack, but walked straight into a trap. I'm not sure who this Angel is, but he looks like he went through a meat grinder. I can't believe they just left Remy behind like that, too. I knew this mission would be tough, but it seems like this is just the beginning. We got home late that night, and everyone went to bed, although I'm sure no one really got a good night's rest. I woke the next day, ready to become even stronger. Oh, maybe I made it to where that says complete, not activate. I can probably fix that. I can fix that. When you take your first steps out of bed, your head is filled with Arini. Before you can stabilize yourself, you hear a deep but clear voice resonating through your mind. Fear not, my child. All will be well. You are strong, very strong. You need not worry about thy name. I am looking for my children that shine brightest, those that can help me bring a new world. And you, something about you is different than the others. I want you to come visit me. Just know, whatever you decide, I'm here for you, my child. Will you come with me? So whether you click yes or no, doesn't matter. I don't have this implemented yet. So for now, we're going to click no. I recommend you also clicking no, because if I can get this to work the correct way, that's going to really change the way the endgame works. It's not going to change anything but the endgame mission. You take his blessing once, you're going to have to fight a couple of X-Men. You take his blessing twice, you're going to have to fight a lot of X-Men. You take his blessing all 3 times, you're not fighting Apocalypse in the endgame. You're working for Apocalypse in the endgame. And yeah. So for now, no. Ignorant child. How dare you deny my blessing? This is the end of the 0.03 demo. I hope you've enjoyed so far. I will now have to make more sprites, and that always takes more time. Thank you for your patience. Please know if you like the game so far. I gotta look at that though. So Forge's gift is there. Yep, I accidentally clicked that. That's another mission. But that is the end of my demo for today, guys. I'm not going to go through and show those rooms. I'm not going to go because they're not really done. There's not really much. That's one thing. After you beat all the battleground people, they'll start showing up around here, and they're going to have missions for you to go on or Pokemon to trade with you if that's what you want. The only thing else I'm showing you is that right now everyone's moved up to 23 or 22 to 24 in power. I haven't evolved them yet. That'll probably come in the next update. That's actually probably something I'm going to do after I go do Walmart. But I hope you guys have been enjoying Pokemon X-Men. Soon to be probably Pokemon X Mansion. There's the Freezer Rats mission. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you all for watching. Please check out the game. There is so much to do that I mean, not so much to do that I haven't showed you, but all of those gardens can keep you entertained for hours. Like, there is so much you can do in this game. And if there's stuff you find that you can't do, please let me know. I guess I never showed you this merchant either. There's a bunch of the, like, evolution stuff that's related to... He just got back from the Berry Bonanza. Okay, well, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. I know this was probably my longest video ever on here, and I really hope that Twitch didn't fuck me over, or my internet didn't fuck me over, or YouTube just takes this video well and doesn't make me have to wait like 5 hours for it to tell me that I can watch it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.